Hi everybody, my name is Dan. I'm going to be doing a short video tutorial on how to use D.Va. I know a lot of people probably recently purchased the game with the holidays. I'm making this video like around New Year's, so all of the stats I'm going to talk about apply to this patch build. Blizzard may adjust her damage at some point, but for the most part her kit will stay the same. So the first thing I wanted to go through was just talking about her basic abilities. Obviously you have your left click ability, which is just your pulse cannons. You'll notice that they slow down D.Va. It makes it easier to aim while you're doing this, but it also gives the enemy an easier time to get away from you. It'll also kind of make it difficult for you to fight and run. Reinhardt's can outrun you very quickly swinging because they don't have a slowdown when he's swinging, so you have to be careful fighting him. Her right click ability, which is her defense matrix, is probably one of the most important things she has. It's gone through a lot of changes throughout her existence in Overwatch. It used to be you press E, you get it for like 5 seconds, and then it had like a 10-second cooldown. Now it's just on that little charge bar, which recharges at a pretty good rate. There's a small delay between when you can activate it again. See, right now I'm spamming right click. I think it's like half a second. That's pretty much so you can't snapshot her shield and like eat Hanzo's arrow every single time he uses it. That's how it used to be, and it was really great, but things have changed. Her defense matrix is able to counter a lot of ultimate abilities, specifically ones that have a projectile form. So like Hanzo's dragon arrow actually has a physical arrow before he fires it, or after he fires it before it activates. And same with Mei, when she throws her little blizzard machine. D.Va can eat that with her defense matrix. Her shift ability is something you'll use almost constantly whenever it's off cooldown. Has a 5-second cooldown. I canceled it early there by shooting. I think you can also melee attack to cancel it. It has a pretty good range without canceling it, so I'll just start right here and see how far we can get. It also is affected by how high you're looking, because when you hit the zenith of her momentum, you still keep moving forward. See, I landed right here. That's a really useful ability to get D.Va out of trouble, or to get into the enemy's backline to harass, their healers or their squishies or something like that. It's a good way to get above a Reinhardt shield. So Reinhardt is pretty good against D.Va, but he is beatable. All you have to do is get elevation and get out of his swing range, and then he can just hammer down on his head. The last thing she can do in this form really is her self-destruct ability, which is her ultimate. That's her Q ability for new people. You can tell on the bar in the center it's still charging a little bit. In a few seconds I'll get it. Alright, here we go. So to use her ultimate, obviously you just hit Q, but you can do something pretty cool with it, which is to activate her boosters first and then hit Q, and it kind of sends, or her mech continues on its trajectory with the nuke already activated. I just call it nuke, it's technically called self-destruct. If you hold F1 you can see your hero's abilities, so this gives you pretty much everything she has, but not everything. There's a few nuances I'll talk about. So I'll just do a boosting nuke. Fire it off, see how it keeps going, and then right away if you use your ultimate you'll get a new Q ability, which is for D.Va to remech. I'm not going to do that right away because I want to talk about her, what I call baby D.Va, which is just her out of her mech. You see, it's just little D.Va. This emote's really long, so be careful if you try to do it in a game. Her pistol is a lot of fun. It's almost automatic. You can just hold down left click and it just hammers people, and there's no real drop off to the damage. So say you're baby D.Va and there's a widow up there where they like to camp, or a Torbjorn or something. most of the time they're not going to be super aware, and you can get like half a clip off into them. It just hammers them. And her pistol shots are what will recharge her remech ability. Say you were demeched from taking too much damage, not from your ultimate, you don't automatically get your mech back. So you need to try and do some damage on the enemies to get yourself back into the mech. Because as baby D.Va, you're really not going to be able to help your team too much. D.Va's job is to be either in front of your squishy teammates, or if you have a more appropriate tank for that, like Reinhardt, D.Va's best used like in the enemy's backline, kind of disorienting them. So I'll do her remech ability now just by pressing Q again. What's interesting about this is that it does 50 damage to any enemy that's like right on top of you. So let's see if there's a street sign. I don't know if it'll damage a street sign, but let's say this is a Genji, an enemy Genji. We don't like him. He's gone. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one. It also has a boop effect, so it'll throw the enemy back after doing 50 damage. Her boosters also have a really nice boop effect. Boop is just like knocking an enemy back. It's great for getting enemies off a point, disoriented, or off the map in some cases, which gets you a really easy kill. With her boosters, as soon as you hit an enemy once, you can't hit them again with that boop damage. But you can hit multiple enemies, so like if they were all on the line right there, I could hit each of them at least one time. That's pretty much it for the basics of D.Va. The next part, I'm going to go into positioning D.Va on each map, ideally attack and defense, because she's played differently, especially with whatever team comp you were saying. So like I was saying, if your team has a Reinhardt right here protecting this shield, most of the enemies are going to be pounding his shield. D.Va can easily get up here. Sometimes there's like a Junkrat or a Torbjorn up here. He's easy to melt. And then you can get down here and fire on their main tank, fire on their healers, which could be over there, or whatever defense hero they may have placed up here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If I think of anything else to add, I'll come back. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check out the next videos. That'll be much more in-depth than this is. I'll be talking about nuke placements, positioning of D.Va, stuff like that. So, thanks guys.